To access all full body language videos, breakdowns and analysis, alongside the game that I can't feature here on YouTube, check out the Patreon. The link is in the description. Thanks.
Everyday superpower. We talk body language, relationships, game, everything in between. We're going to have a whale of a time coming up next as we're watching Pop the Balloon or Find Love, episode 60. We've introduced the first woman. If you're just joining me now, don't worry, you are still early, so you can just hang out, enjoy the ride, and see where we go from here. Learn about attraction, learn about repulsion, learn about communication between the sexes and between the same genders, all right? Same sexes, you know, each to their own. It's all the same, innit, really? So we've introduced the first lady to the group of men, all right? She is in the lion's den. We've introduced Zamari, okay? Let's see her introduction. The fellas have seen her. Let's go.
Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
My name is Ayana.
Ayana, how old are you?
I'm 25.
And what
She's 25, eh?
do you do?
I actually am in healthcare. I'm a diet therapy technician, so kind of like a nutrition.
Little wobble in the voice there. Listen, pay attention to the tonality here. Words don't mean anything, people. The way the words are said, the way the words are conveyed, the words they don't say, and the words they do say matters. All right? That might not make too much sense, but we use words to lie. Our body doesn't lie. Okay? The inflection and the things we can't help don't lie. That which we can help does lie. Watch.
I actually am in health.
She creates a border, an obstacle, a defensive mechanism, a shield here, does the host, Arlette. Why do I say that? Because she doesn't need two hands to hold that microphone. When you're dating and the girl you are trying to get along with holds like a wine glass with two hands, or maybe she's got like a book or a handbag and she's holding it with two hands before her, that's an obstacle to get by. That's a defensive mechanism. She doesn't need to use two hands to hold that. Pay attention. As we can see with the young lady who's talking now, she only needs one hand to hold the microphone, right?
Healthcare. I'm a diet therapy technician, so
Diet therapy technician, okay? It's a little bit long-winded. What does that mean? Can we not just simplify that into what you really are, you know?
kind of like a nutritionist.
Kinda like a nutritionist. Just say you're a nutritionist, even if you're not. Just run game, man.
Nice.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
And what do you like to do for fun?
If you look at her hand, it's clenched into a fist, okay? I'm going to start this off respectfully. I'm not going to start going into what I think, all right? We're just going to pay attention. Fine details here, yeah?
Honestly, just a little bit of everything.
Okay.
A little.
Pay attention.
Yes, ma'am.
And what do you like to do for fun?
What do you like to do for fun?
Honestly, just a little bit of everything.
Honestly, a little bit of everything, okay? First lie. Or maybe it's the second lie, given there was that long-winded technician statement. Why are you going to say honestly before telling me a lie? And the thing is, fellas, you might say this yourself. I say this from time to time, and I have to stop saying it. To be honest, does that mean generally speaking I'm not honest? Why do I have to clarify that I'm being honest? That's a red flag. The moment somebody tells you, honestly, I'm into everything, it's like, well, you're not, because nobody is. Not a single person on planet Earth is into everything, right? Yin and yang. The sun and the moon, the masculine and the feminine, the darkness and the light. Everything has a duality. Nobody is into everything, right? So don't say honestly, because it's not honest.
Okay.
A little bit. I like.
And as she says, honestly, I'm into everything.
What do you like to do for fun?
Honestly, just a little bit of everything.
She side-eyes her to get a verbal, if not non-verbal, head nod and movement into a different direction with this part of the conversation, because she doesn't really know what to say, right? She looks for confirmation. Have you got that friend who looks to you, you know, when insecure, when playing you a new song, when playing you a video to see your reaction, to see how you're reacting, right? Stems from a position of insecurity and you being off-center.
Okay.
A little bit. I like
And, you know, the look across the eye is received with that positive transaction as she says, okay, gives her the head nod she was looking for, keeps things moving, keeps momentum established.
to try new things. I'm a
I like to try new things as she's
little bit of
grasping
everything,
for that.
a
Watch
little
the
bit-
hand
I
movement.
like
Watch the hand. Open palm. Friendly gesture. Not a bad thing. Open palms are good.
to try new things.
Try new things. She pushes that idea away.
I'm a foodie, so I love to eat. Go out to eat, try new food.
I'm a foodie, so I love to eat. My man! Up here at the front, closest to the camera. He nods his head in unison to that. He's like, yeah, I feel that. Put some respect on my guy.
Things. I'm a foodie, so I
So in a way, they're mirroring indirectly. So far, these two could be an okay match at first glance. Watch him. Guy with the glasses.
eat, go out to eat, try new food.
He's the one moving. Yeah, I agree with that. And this guy's been nodding quite frequently, right? This is part of his baseline behavior. He's an agreeable guy. He's a nice dude. You know, he's getting along with people. He's not stubborn, stone cold like some of these other fellas. So put some respect on my guy. I like him. I like him. So far, so good. He hadn't even said a word, you know?
Foods as well as
But he knows what he likes. Don't we all like a good bit of food? To go out and enjoy a nice meal with your missus is a nice thing to do, all right? It's a lovely thing to do. Don't matter where you go and eat. It's a nice experience, all right? And it links to our ancestry. It's hardwired to create incredible bonds. I mean, you could share a biscuit with the colleague who you're attracted to, right? On lunch break, if not during a shift. And it creates a bond that is deeper than 99% of people will ever understand, because that interlinks with our survival. It's a real deep component of establishing and building good, strong, firm relationships, okay? Don't go taking no one on a date to the restaurant on your first date, but, you know, introduce food or a little snack or joy over eating when you can do, and you will, you know, find that your relationship flourishes over that. Even when it comes to you and your boys and stuff like that, just go for a scran. Do it.
I also like TV shows, watching movies, going out to movies, anything that's like fun, adventurous.
Okay. And now what do you look for in a man?
Anything that's fun and adventurous. Wasn't very adventurous though, was it? I like to watch movies and TV. I like to sit in front of the telly and have a munch out, you know what I mean?
Movies, going out to movies, anything that's like fun, adventurous.
So, let's see what she wants in a man.
Okay. And now what do you look for in a man?
Someone who is, for one, that knows how to communicate. Also someone who is big on family. I'm a very big family person,
Family is great, right? Truth be told, it's a realm I'm not great in. So I admire it from the outside looking in. If she sees that you are good with family, she sees that you have potential to be the father. You have potential to correlate appropriately in a household and a family setting, and don't two come together and create one for the biological purpose of procreation. It's very attractive, especially if you can showcase that not only are you a family individual, but you are willing to protect and provide for your family. It ticks a lot of boxes, right?
oriented. So I want to have someone who is also committed to their family, as well as...
Notice the word she says, committed to her family. Key word there is committed, all right? You can completely wipe the family thing out. She's looking for a committed individual who won't go astray, all right? So she's using the family as a vehicle to find a man who sticks by what he needs to stick by, okay? Pay attention. Guy here in the beanie hat, who we said initially looked cool, calm, confident, exposed his ventral side, all right, which houses his internal organs. We don't expose it, you know, when we're in the face of a potential threat. He was holding the balloon with one hand. Now what we see is his arms are crossed over. He's holding on to his wrist and the balloon is concealing his genital area, all right? So he's actually closed in non-verbally in relation to what he once was, okay? Pay attention.
Someone who is, you know, just nice.
Also, let me just say, I got to put some respect on the host. So I'll give you a little bit of game here, right? Biologically speaking, there's been tests done on what a man finds attractive, and it doesn't matter if the woman's holding a little bit more weight or is skinny. The hip to waist ratio is the most important proportion a man generally, you know, across societies finds attractive in a woman, and it tends to be a 70% ratio. So the waist is 70% to the hips. And you know what? Looking at the host, she might be getting close to ticking that box. You know, the hip to waist ratio. It's a good sign. I'm not even being funny, people. Come on. I'm not guided by the spirit of lust, my friend. I'm a godly man, all right? I'm just saying what I see. We talk about the body. Come on now.
As well as being respectful, of course, not being disrespectful, those types of things.
Okay, and now what are some deal breakers?
Someone who cheats, someone who is dishonest, as well as someone who lacks communication. And I will have to say as well, if he smokes cigarettes, that's a no for me.
Okay, cool. Sounds
Fascinating. So let's go back there.
And I will have to say someone who is dishonest, as well as someone who lacks communication.
Lacks communication. So in her green flags, what she's looking for, she said a good communicator. In her red flags, she references someone who lacks communication. I would like to go into detail in what she means by communication. If we move on to like a question and answer situation, that is something I would inquire about. You referenced this, I'm just curious as to what you mean by communication. You know, emotionally communicate. Communicate openly about what I'm doing, where I'm going, and so on and so forth, because there is a degree of mystery that needs to be upheld as a man, all right? Because when that woman understands who we are, what we're doing, and where we're at, and there's nothing else to uncover, it becomes quite mundane, right? There's no excitement, there's no stimulation to the imagination.
Those types of things.
okay, and now what are some deal breakers?
Someone who cheats, someone who is dishonest, as well as someone who lacks communication.
And this is global. Like, someone who's dishonest is, you know, it's backwards. And it's most men, when speaking to women, generally across the board, men are more honest with other men than they are with women, and they think that's just the way it is. And you'll go to these red pill content creators and they'll just like blanket men as liars. Well, men just lie, and so on and so forth. And it's dirty, man. It's dirty, because that woman is going to respect you for being honest. That's the pimping right there, man. Like, just be honest, whether it's the harsh truth or not, and she will adore you for that, because she will identify you as the masculine, you know, someone who doesn't mind engaging in truthful conversation and discussion, and she will come to you when she needs assistance and a helping hand and a word on what really matters, all right? The moment somebody lies to you, whether you're aware of it or not, you're never going to 100% truly trust that person wholeheartedly ever again. A white lie is understandable. It lubricates social conversation and communication. You know, you can't be just blunt all the time. But when something matters and you lie about it, bro, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing.
And I will have to say as well, if he smokes cigarettes, that's a no for me.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Smoke cigarettes, it's a no. Let's see what's going on with these fellas then. So she disconnects, she looks over to the men, so now she's engaging in communication with the men. Simple, right? Simple. She's still holding the microphone with two hands, creating that barrier there.
So we have not got any pop balloons yet, so let me give you 8.
Moving house.
Right, no pop balloons. Let's see what goes on from here. I'll see you on the next video, yeah?
To access all full body language videos, breakdowns and analysis, alongside the game that I can't feature here on YouTube, check out the Patreon. The link is in the description. Thanks.